Hey there guys, this is Chauncey J. Kent and welcome to another episode of Skyblock Survival here on my survival island, if you want to call it that. As far as like the challenge of surviving with limited resources, that's not so much what we're doing here at this point, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. So basically, I've spent the past week or so, and seriously like that long in actual game time, just kind of sitting and AFKing for resources to do the off-camera work that I said I was going to do. I'll go ahead and show you sort of where I'm at from the last couple of episodes. Now, of course, you remember we did the wheat farm upgrade thing, and that's over here. Did manage to get the carrot farm set up, and we started working on the potato farm. That is almost done. And of course, we'll set up the netherwort one eventually here. Now, naturally, we don't actually have netherwort on the servers yet. Hopefully, someone is going to add that to this someday. Hey, server operators, if you want to add netherwort to the Skyblock server, either like through the nether or as something you can buy in the shops, that'd be awesome, because you know you kind of need it for stuff. And snow would be excellent too, so I can set up a snow farm here. And man, we are going through some serious lag right now. That is okay. I have a feeling that has something to do with this. So we'll get to that a little bit later. And as you can see, I'm kind of mid-process for building these tower things here. But anyway, I thought that today we'd just go ahead and dump all these extra bits and bombs here down into the chest. And we basically do some harvesting. You guys can see sort of the rewards of what we've been doing this whole time. Something's supposed to go there. Torches. I need to get more torches. Okay, well, we'll do that too. But basically, I like to start my harvesting. Oh, I should tear that down. How did I? Okay. I'm just not even sure how I even got down without pillaring down. I'm sure I'll figure that out later. I like to kind of start my harvesting from the bottom up, so let's go ahead and take care of that. I know we've built a lot of things on this series already, even though we're just a few episodes into it, and I know I've always enjoyed watching different YouTubers build things, and just kind of seeing what they end up with at the end, just the final product and whatnot. But what we haven't really done, and just haven't really had time for, is just kind of showing you how well they work after the fact. Now, I will admit, honestly, that none of my designs are really set up to be the most efficient things that have ever been made, with just like ridiculous, like 1,000 drops hour or whatever, like some setups. Essentially because I don't need that much, and it just wouldn't make sense. However, I do have some other things. So this is kind of the bottom of the mushroom farm. And basically I'll flip a lever way up there, water runs down, kind of snakes its way through here, knocks out the extra mushrooms, skips the side bits here where you have the starter mushrooms set up. Just because it's going to the lowest point and that's not it, so it just goes straight past it. A really cool mechanic. Not an original idea, unfortunately, but oh well. And just kind of for aesthetics, and because I didn't have anywhere else to put them, we've got a mushroom just kind of set up in here, and this entrance is too tight for him to escape. So that's there. And at one point I did have a lead on him. I don't know that that's necessarily still there, but it doesn't matter that much. Anyway, and down here you've got the chest where we've got all of the mushrooms collected. Now, I haven't harvested those in a while, just because I really don't need them, so I'm just kind of leaving these here. And occasionally we do get rotten flesh and gold from the gold farm upstairs, which is why I come down here just to pick up that. And that will show you right there how well the gold farm is working. We've got 40 nuggets in the mushroom farm from the gold nuggets glitching out, not going where they're supposed to go. So that's pretty cool, and just kind of shows you where we're at. So the next stop on the trip is, of course, the gold farm, and we'll go ahead and drop off this rotten flesh and let the automatic system dispose of that, so we don't have to mess with that at all. And look at that, isn't that awesome? Start hearing the clicking. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's clicking and it's good to go. Now, I did fix the chicken problem, kind of, sort of. I just left these open and the chickens get out, and I kill them when I come down here. So I get some extra chickens, extra feathers, a couple extra eggs, which I usually just toss, and a little bit of extra experience. Egg. And occasionally we'll get 1 or 2 eggs in the chests, but usually not enough to really be a big problem. So honestly, I'm going to call this issue solved for now. And essentially not worry about it from this point. But we will get rid of these. Just don't need them. Sorry about that. Alright. So yeah, we've got, you know, not my best haul ever, but it's okay. 4 and almost a half stacks of gold nuggets, so not too shabby. Also 3 raw chicken and 4 feathers, so yeah, good times. Now let's head up a little bit more. We'll hit up the cactus farm, and I'll actually, I'm not quite done with the upgrades to this. I've been AFKing to get the iron necessary, and I still need a lot of it. So yeah, that's not done, but I do have 2 of the branches completely finished, and I'll kind of show you the efficiency difference that you get from that. Now, of course, the first branch that I did was this one. You'll see we've got 4 and just a little more, or wow, can I not count tonight? Sorry. Yeah, 3 full stacks of cactus, and then just a couple extra in the main chest, and then just about 1.5 in the side chests. Now this one I've done, but this one I haven't, so we'll look at the main chest first. And you have just shy of 2 stacks, and then the side chests are just shy of 1. So it kind of tells you where we're at, and how much better these ones are running than the ones that have not been upgraded yet. So we do know that those upgrades are definitely a good way to improve efficiency. If you guys are upgrading your cactus farm to use that system, though, I will caution you, it is so very expensive. Like I said, I am still AFKing, waiting to get enough iron to finish that project, and as you know, I had just like 3 stacks of iron blocks to start with, so it tells you just how ridiculously expensive the resources for that are. Now obviously this is full, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and run back up to my base here, and get rid of some stuff, and then come back for the rest of that. And we'll take the lower roads. It did take me a couple weeks to get used to using the lower roads instead of the ladder we used to have in the center by the mob farm. But now that I am used to it, I really, really prefer the lower roads. They look a lot nicer, and you know, creepers don't usually explode as I go up and down the ladders and such. So that's always a bonus. Now, what we want to do first off is just go ahead and cook the chicken here. Go ahead and drop off our feathers. And because I keep getting raw chicken and feathers from the gold farm, essentially, I haven't really bothered harvesting the chickens from the chicken farm, like, at all. So I'm sure that's just completely full up with all kinds of eggs ready to hatch a bunch of chickens. But that's okay. If we ever have a desperate need for them, or we need to give some away as like a promotion or something, we got them. So always a bonus. And we'll finish this up here. Okay, and then we'll go grab the rest of our nuggets and ingots and see if that'll make us any more. It looks like we'll get at least one more ingot. There we go. That was okay. And let's see how many blocks we get out of this. 3 blocks plus 7 ingots. Awesome. And that's actually a special thing. I have been harvesting gold like crazy. You'll notice I have 61 gold blocks here, and that makes it 64. So now we have a full stack of gold blocks plus 7 ingots. Gotta love that, guys. Just have to appreciate that. Now I can build a very small building out of nothing but gold. Obviously we need to work on the diamonds a little bit, or the emeralds a little bit. I could always get more diamonds. This is, of course, that first sword that I enchanted. Got some great stuff on it. I still want to add to it, so I haven't really used it at all yet. And this was actually a mob drop, and I decided to just go ahead and grab it and keep it, and do some enchanting and repairs and stuff on it later, and just make something cool out of it. So anyway, now back to the rest of the cactus. We'll grab that, and I'll show you what we do with all that once we've gathered it up. Now, the resources I'm gathering are equivalent to essentially like 3 or 4 hours of AFK farming. An overnight, like 8-hour session is just outrageous compared to this. Generally, I'll have to make 5 or 6 trips back and forth to the cactus farm from spawn, selling off all of the excess, because there's just way too much for my inventory in one shot. So yeah, these are great designs to go with if you don't mind leaving your computer on, just Minecraft running in the background, or if other people are using it while you're not, etc., etc. It's just a great way to continue gaining resources even though you're not actively playing. Okay, and that's that. Alright, so we've got all the cactus. Let's move back up here. Basically, that's all the resource gathering we do down in the bottom. Now, of course, we've got all the resources up top. Now, I'm just going to grab the stuff that we'll be selling at spawn, which in this case is going to be sugarcane, and technically it'd be carrots, but we're going to come back to that. As you know, the sugarcane farm is also fully automatic. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Like 2 1/4 stacks, that's not too bad. This does work very, very efficiently. Great little design. Like I said, gotta credit other YouTubers on that because I didn't come up with that myself. These generally work pretty well though, and this is my own design, so I'm pretty happy with that, but we'll come back to that. So off to spawn right quick, where we'll be selling off all of our cactus. King Davy. Hey, you're on YouTube, bro. Oh, gone. I guess he's camera shy. No worries. Yeah, so basically this is the sell area. This is where you sell off all of your stuff. And basically this is just right-clicking this sign a whole bunch. But yeah. So I'll come down here and just click away, and occasionally I'll be like, you know, this is good. This is a good time. Good things are happening right now. And if you get that reference, then you guys are awesome. It's from a really great show that I hope some of you guys are familiar with because it's pretty entertaining. It's from an old episode though, so I don't know. I'm not even sure the show's still on, but anyway. Yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit here. So let's move on to other topics. Let's see where we're at. Okay, a little bit left. Selling cactus. And eventually it'll give me a message, says, error, you don't have that many cactus to sell, and I'll be like, oh yeah, well I should, see, right there, down at the bottom. I usually get 2 clicks in before I notice that I don't have any left, so. And then of course the sugarcane's not worth nearly as much, which is why I didn't use it as my cash crop initially, but, you know, it's something where we have as an overflowing resource now, so I might as well just sell off what I've got left over. Alright, so just so you guys can kind of see where we're at as far as harvesting and just how crazy it's gotten, I'll show you the balance. $870,744, or pounds or yen or credits or whatever denomination you're comfortable with calling that. I'm in America, I use dollars, so that's kind of where we're coming from. Okay, so now back to the island, and I'll show you the rest of the harvesting process. That's for iron. And since we're here, we'll go ahead and do that now. Oh joy, we have a stack and a half of iron. That is not enough. I need a lot more, but it's a good place to start. Yeah, basically I've got like 5 stacks of chests that I need to turn into hoppers, and 5 stacks of chests means I'm going to need 5 stacks of iron per stack of chest to get 5 stacks of hoppers. So we're talking about 25 stacks of iron. So this is really just kind of a drop in the bucket, but it's a good place to start. And of course I'm just leaving the poppies down here for the time being. When this gets a little bit full and I'm tired of looking at them, I'll go toss those in lava, but that's for later. And eventually I can always use those for like red dye and decoration and whatnot, but that's for later. This is just a temporary crafting area. I set this up when I was getting the iron farm started initially. Yay! An iron golem is being turned into resources for us. And just hold on one sec, I'll be right back, guys. And we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Just had a little thing I needed to deal with there real quick. But as I said, iron golem fell through and we got poppies. Curse your sudden yet inevitable betrayal. Alright, let's continue with this. And if you guys get that reference, again, amazing, great show. Rumors that it's coming back, and definitely hope that's the case, because that would be awesome. Okay, so anyway, yeah, let's hop down here and put the iron away. I will just toss this in here for the time being. Yeah, so you can kind of see we've got some hoppers, but lots of chests to turn into hoppers, yeah. And we'll do that later. But, so now, down. And now we start collecting from the less automatic farms. And I'll kind of show you how these work. They're pretty fantastic. That, of course, will do the harvesting process. This releases the downward water again. Pull it back. That pulls that water back in. And one final click lets the water go down again. So we can go back up. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this particular farm. I think it works pretty well. I know that the 4-flick switch is a little wonky and I should just set up some weird redstone thing for it, but I don't care. I like it. It does what it's supposed to do. I could put a sign right here that says flick the switch 4 times, or right here, since that would look less awkward. Just flick it 4 times to harvest, and that would do fine, and people would get it. But since I'm really the only person operating it, I don't think I need the sign. Leave that on so I get the carrots from up top. Give me more carrots. Yeah, okay. Wait for that to go away, and then drop that back down. Okay. Let's see if we've got enough seeds yet. Oh, come on. Give me more seeds. Need like a stack and a half or so. Yeah, it'll work. Alright. So yeah, just go through, replant. Unfortunately, there's not a quick and easy way to do this that I'm aware of yet. Maybe someday there'll be some redstone contraption to do a fully auto wheat farm or carrot farm or potato farm or netherwort farm or one of those kinds of farms. For the time being, however, I feel like this works alright. Not a big deal. And I know in 1.8 they've got the whole automatic harvesting and replanting thing from the villagers. Now, I think that only works on wheat. It might be carrots and potatoes too. I'm pretty sure it does not work on netherwort. But it's a cool feature. Something they're playing with. I'm glad they're implementing it. And it does open up the options for fully auto wheat farms in the future. Not redstone assisted necessarily, but definitely going to take advantage of hoppers to kind of collect all the different products from that, which would include bread, I believe. And yeah, it's something we're looking forward to. Now, I don't know how upgradable this farm would be for that, and this is why I keep the hoe with me, in case I accidentally do something stupid like that. But I don't know, we'll see when they do finally upgrade the server to 1.8. And naturally that's going to take a while because they haven't even upgraded the vanilla game to 1.8 yet. Let's see our sheep down there. Now, for some reason, they do just randomly disappear on the server. I assume that has to do with overcrowding, so what I'm planning on doing is actually kind of stacking and turning this into a tower that goes down and up, and doing just 16 levels and a different color on every level. Not sure exactly how I want to set up the access to that yet, or the gathering system. Something we'll work on and play with, and I'll make some decisions on that eventually. But yeah, that's going to get an upgrade, because right now it's not particularly useful, and I'm sick of my sheep disappearing. So if I have like 16 of every color on each level, it might be a giant lag machine, but I will always have at least some of every color. So yeah. And now for the replanting of the carrots. Ooh. Let's not stomp on the dirt, though. And it occurs to me that I didn't really pick up that many carrots to replant. I saw carrots. I saw them. There's a lot. Oh yeah, that is a lot. Holy crap. Okay. Swim. That is just a vast ton of carrots. See, it's not bad when you do that just initial hop. It usually doesn't until the soil. It's that extra second hop, if you're not paying attention, that really does it in. And yeah, as long as you're coming down in the water stream, apparently you can land on that as hard as you want, and it doesn't really matter. That soil will stay tilled. Which is good. Because, you know, replacing hose is expensive. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's so expensive. Okay, so yeah. Getting some stuff replanted here. Now this should be enough carrots to replant everything, and then we'll go down and just kind of see where our harvest ended up for both crops, and then we'll go grab the rest of everything else, and we'll kind of call it an episode. I do apologize that it is a short one. As you guys know, I have been working a lot, and that's why there wasn't an episode of ARK as well this week. Now, I do know exactly what I'm doing for next week, and I will attempt to get that episode recorded before the day of, just to make sure that gets out to you guys in a timely fashion. But yeah, like I said, I'll do what I can with that. And oh my gosh, look at all those carrots. Pig breeding for the win. Lots of wheat. Alright, and if you guys are wondering about the discrepancy between the number of carrots that we're getting and the number of wheat that we're getting, each wheat crop is going to produce just a fully grown wheat stalk will give you 1 wheat, and a number of seeds between like I think it's 0 and 3. I honestly don't know that for sure, so don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere around there. And the carrots will usually give you between like 1 and 4, I believe it is. Again, not 100% on that, because they are kind of not only the produce, but also the seed for replanting. So typically when you harvest that kind of stuff, you get a lot more in the way of returns from like carrots and potatoes and other work than you do for wheat, unless you have the wheat farm in order to gather seeds, in which case you'd see a pretty even return. Now I do have a I have lots of seeds, so I don't need these. We're just going to discard those. But yeah, that's kind of the harvesting process there. Now the last thing we do is, since we have so many extra carrots, I will go ahead and breed pigs. And basically how I do that, in order that it's not a complete and total chaotic thing, is we'll just run around. I start with a full stack, so I know how many I started with, and then I do a little bit of math there at the end once I can't make any of these guys love me by clicking on them with carrots anymore. Anyone else hungry? Does anyone else want food? Don't you want some carrots, little piggies? No, that's gotta close. Oh, you got out, didn't you? Alright, well, you'll be one of the ones that I kill. I mean, send to the new place. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna turn you into bacon. I don't know how to put that gently, guys. I just don't. Okay. So that's 35, so basically we bred 29 pigs. Only 28 of those are applicable because you need 2 to create a pig, little baby piggy. That means we have 14 baby piggies, which means we can kill 14 adults and maintain our population. So you'll be one of the killed adults, and we need to pick 13 more. 2, 3, must have hit him before. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I must skip those pork chops. 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, there we go. And if you guys didn't know how to count to 14, that's how you do it. Just start at 1 and work your way up till you get 14. Now, normally we would also breed the cows with the wheat that we gathered. However, we are still gathering wheat upstairs for just general use purposes, and I don't have enough left over to really do a whole lot of the breeding yet. So we'll go ahead and skip that part of it for now. And we'll go ahead and stow this stuff and call it an episode. I will grab these extra watermelons that spawned while we were working with the pigs, however. And yeah, so you can keep... I do keep a few of the raw meats on hand for trade with villagers or to replace the stockpile of cooked meats in case I start to run low on those. I do have the cocoa beans and the vines available for harvesting as well, should I ever run out of any of those or really need any. Naturally, we've got the trees in the 4 different varieties in case we ever need any of that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't really harvest, but you kind of get the idea of what we're doing, and mostly this is just gathering the resources we picked up while we were AFKing. And you know what, while we're here, wow. Holy crap, we have a lot of paper. Okay. I have a bunch of levels. I have extra books. Power 4 and Lure 3. Interesting. Okay. That's armor books. These are my weapon books. Knockback is a thing. Let's put that here, I guess. I probably won't use it for Lure 3, so Power 4 is the most likely thing, and that's a bow enchantment, in case you guys were wondering. And so yeah, I'll just sort of show you the resources we've got established so far. Obviously, we need to set up the automatic pumpkin farm because we have far fewer of those than we have of anything else. You see we're gathering up pork chops. We do have some raw beef stored away. Lots of chicken, lots of eggs, red mushrooms up to the wazoo, so to speak. And it looks like it might be time to craft some of these into melon blocks to save some room. Yeah, and of course you can recraft your watermelon back into blocks. Now when you break it again, you do end up losing a few of the slices in the process, but this does save a lot of room. You can use melons as building blocks, and of course this gives you a lot more food in your inventory for a really, really long trip than it would just carrying stacks of slices. Because each of these blocks is going to break down to like 3 or 4 slices, and so you can replenish your food with only a few blocks. You can keep a whole stack of blocks in your inventory, whereas it would take 9 stacks of slices to equal the same. Well, because you're losing some like 3 or 4 stacks of slices, but you're still saving inventory space by doing it this way. Less efficient, but you know, it gets the job done. Okay. Yeah, so I saw the green carpet and I thought I saw somewhat lighter green there, probably because of the birchwood, and I'm like, creeper, no! Yeah, so you guys know that kind of stuff will happen occasionally. Ooh, I can show you that as well. So put this away. And I see the wheat is stacking up pretty fast, but we still need a little bit more of it to finish this bit out. And then we can start breeding cows and replenish steaks and all that. Oh, and I need to put away carrots. Forgot about that. Oh, we have lots of carrots, so we'll have to sell those. First things first, though, I do want to go ahead and show you the potion brewing process as it stands. Now, as you know, you cannot brew anything except weakness potions without using nether wart. And even those are a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So if you ever want to make one of those, it's a bottle of water in the brewing stand. You add fermented spider eye, and that gives you weakness potions. Gunpowder makes it a splash potion. And you can increase the duration with redstone. It, however, does not use glowstone. Because you can't increase the effect. You can only increase the time. Now, if you wanted to take the time back for whatever reason, you could use glowstone on it after you use redstone, but that would just be silly. In this case, well, hold on. What have we got already? I need 3 more potion of healing instant health 2s, which means I need to add glowstone to these 3 potions. And basically I get these from witches. They will occasionally drop them. It's about timing and a little bit about luck. If you hit them so that they're damaged, they'll start drinking a healing potion, and then if you kill them while they're drinking the healing potion, there's a really small chance that they'll drop the health potion, and that's how you get health potions. Now if you set them on fire and then they'll start drinking a fire resist potion. If you kill them while they're drinking that, there's a chance they'll drop that. And of course, if you come into their line of sight, they'll pull out a splash potion of poison, and there's a possibility that you can get that from them if you manage to kill them before they toss it at you. So there are ways to get other types of potions in the game, but it's difficult. The instant health ones are the easiest, which is helpful because, you know, they're pretty useful. So I grab those whenever I can, and of course, it's just the basic level potion that you get from the witch, so I like to go ahead and add the glowstone to it, and that makes it a stronger version of the same thing. And of course, we've got our splash potions of weakness set up here, ready to go. We've got splash potions of instant healing, and then the regular ones that we can turn into splash potions if we ever need to. Lots of room left over for the others, but I haven't really gotten to that yet, and of course, lots of glass bottles for making more of the weakness potions if I ever need it, and witches drop these when you kill them as well as the glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, sticks. You kind of get the idea. Lots of potion brewing ingredients. But yeah, so, well, now let's go ahead and head back to spawn. We'll sell off the extra carrots. And as far as cash crops go, the carrots actually aren't a bad option either. They're pretty valuable, not quite as much as cactus, but they're pretty good. My little derpy, he's a pretty active member on the server. Jawai? I don't know him, but what up, dude? And so yeah, we'll sell off our carrots here, and we'll call it an episode. There we go. Don't have any carrots left. Let's go ahead and chow down on some of these, though. Okay, let's... Alright, somehow I've filled 2 hunger bars with a carrot. That's pretty impressive. I like it. And so yeah. I'll toss that in the inventory bar here, and that's that. Alright guys, well, that's kind of the harvesting process as it stands at the moment. Obviously the potatoes will become a little bit more streamlined as we finish that farm up, and then it'll be a lot more like the it'll be a whole lot more like the process of harvesting carrots and wheat is. Anything? Just more poppies. Come on now. But yeah. So and of course, as we go, we'll be upgrading the pumpkin and melon farms to be a fully auto version of what they currently are. So we'll get those really rolling in, and that'll be an awesome thing. But the farms that we've set up so far are working very, very well. We're getting a lot of good resources from them. It's opening up more opportunities. The cactus farm upgrade would just not be even halfway reasonable without the iron farm upstairs. And just a lot of the stuff that we've done wouldn't be possible without the farms that we've made. The gold farm helps a lot with the golden apples, which was a great challenge thing, and of course we can get apples not only from the oak trees but also from trading with villagers, and you kind of get the idea with that. But we do have quite a few apples saved up as well, so there's lots of fun things that we can do, lots of places we can take the series. Of course, let me know if there's anything in particular you guys want to see. I do love to get comments and suggestions. I will go ahead and let you guys know if you have commented before and I didn't respond. there is this weird YouTube issue where if you don't have a Google Plus account, you can post your comment, but then it doesn't actually show up on the channel, and I'll get emailed that you commented me, but there's no way for me to respond. It just takes me to a blank page and is like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. There are no comments here. And yeah, it's a little ridiculous, but we'll work around it. The Google Plus accounts are free. There's some great communities on there. Hermitcraft communities on there. It's fairly active. If you like Minecraft stuff, a lot of great guys on there. Definitely worth checking out. Or if you want to look at other stuff, then that's fine too. But anyway, that's kind of where that's at. But yes, do leave me comments and suggestions. I would love to get some good ideas for what's coming up in this series. Obviously, I do have lots of ideas for what I'd like to do in this series, so there's no shortage on those at the moment. But it's always nice to have extras kind of in the wings, so to speak, ready to go in case the well runs dry. And I'm speaking in a lot of metaphors, and it just gets complicated and confusing very quickly. So we're going to call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was kind of a chilled, laid-back, sort of talky episode. But nonetheless, if you did enjoy it, go ahead and leave it a like. And of course, if you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. That is the best way to get updates on what's going on with the channel and when I post new videos and all of that. And of course, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to the next one. And as always, I will talk to you later, guys.